ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna be reviewing a special game to me that I just got the other day. Was it the last week? I don't know. My sense of time's all fucked up these days. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about half the time. I feel old. 20's a benchmark age for everyone. You know, you're not as young as you used to be. You're no longer a teenager. But it's time to start reviewing mature games. Anyway, Virtue's Last Reward. Now, for those of you who don't know what Virtue's Last Reward is, let me give you a better angle of that game. Okay. It's a sequel to the great visual novel for the Nintendo DS known as 999. And no, I'm not talking about Herman Cain's Plan. I'm talking about 9 doors, 9 hours, and 9 people, I think. Anyway, it has nothing to do with Herman Cain, as I previously stated. It's a sequel to that game, which was great. I recommend you to play it if you really like games like Phoenix Wright, shit like that. You know, it might tickle your fancy. And I don't mean that in a suggestive way this time. But anyway, this game's great. The characters are great. The twists and turns. Basically, it's about people who get who are captured by this guy named Zero. And no, I don't mean Code Geass this time. And he captures them. It's basically like a Japanese version of Saw, except good. Except good. People will die. There's lots of twists and turns. You have the choice to betray or ally with people in this game. Betraying people might give you extra points, you know, but it will strain your relationships with people, obviously, because you betrayed them. But it's a great game. I mean, I'm only on my first route now. I think I'm almost done with that first route. But the game is at least 30 hours long, people. And I tell you, it's a piece of work. It was well worth the money, I gotta say. There's actually voice acting in this, which gives me hopes for Phoenix Wright 2. Phoenix Wright 2. What? What? Did I just say Phoenix Wright 2? Like I have him in 3 games already? But anyway, what the fuck's up with that new Phoenix Wright anyway? What happened to Apollo Justice? I don't know what the fuck happened to that shit. And what happened to Maya, or Maya, whatever the fuck. If it had voice acting, I can pronounce it better. But by the way, seriously, what happened to her? I liked her as a sidekick, but now she's gone forever. I mean, this new girl is sexy as shit. But still, back on the subject of Virtue's Last Reward now. I'm guessing there are probably at least now 9 endings. Most of them bad endings, just like the original game, until you get the true ending, which is always great. Now, I'm not even going to say it. Do you think if I say it, there'll be urge to do it?
Probably.
You know what? Never mind. Never mind. Anyway, the game's great. I'm enjoying it so far. It's definitely a good game. If you need a game for the 3DS, because I know the 3DS is a little dry. It's a little dry, you know, with nothing but ports and shit. This is an actual original sequel of a game, and it's great. One of the best games on the DS the 3DS right now. Also on the Vita. So if you also need a game for that, I guess you get it for the Vita. I don't know. I'm a little late with this because I didn't even know it came out until like last week. I was late. I love the first game. No one told my ass about the first game. Fuckers. But I ain't gonna hold no grudges now. Because it's a happy time. This game is good. This game is good. Rated M for mature, so for those of you kids who are under the age of 18 and you watch my videos, I feel bad for you. You have to wait, because you can't even emulate a 3DS game yet as far as I know. If so, hit me up, you know, I'm trying to get that shit. But anyway, not like I'm a pirate or anything. I don't pirate nothing. I buy all my games. I can't even take myself seriously when I say that. But ladies and gentlemen, this game is definitely worth the $34 that it is. Pick it up, please. Because it's obvious, apparently there's word of a sequel coming up. And I'd really like to play the 3rd one. But I gotta finish this one first. Gotta finish this shit first. I gotta stay focused with school too, because you know, it's almost time for finals. I gotta study more, you know, all that bullshit. But still, a 3rd game would be appreciated. And I really would be pissed off if we went down the route of many other games here, where, you know, they translate the first 2 games for the 3rd one, because the previous one didn't sell enough. They just cancel it, and I just have to wait for some basement dweller to patch it for years. Is Tales of Hearts patched yet? But anyway, fuck that. Let's not get negative here. Pick it up if you got the time. I recommend it. Unless there's some illiterate motherfuckers out there who don't like to read or don't like a good story, and I guess you could just get Super Mario Bros. 2 for the 3DS if that's what fits your fancy. But if not, I suggest picking this game up. Please, we need the sales. I should be I should advertise for Axis or Arxis. I love all their games. Hell, I put Capcom to shame with one commercial. Pay me.